Yeah, see, we just ended up with this curse again. So even when it falls off, we're just going to get recursed. So that's going to be a continual problem to deal with in this area, is having this random daze which stops us from moving, stops us from acting, and it's on our pet as well, with the same effects on him as it has on us. And I guess that's why sometimes he will drop aggro, and the enemy will stop attacking him and run to us. They can get pretty far before we can take them down once they run. It's a little bit scary. I feel like there's going to be two in here. Maybe not. Oh, yep. Oh, but we got stunned. There we go. That worked out okay. And our bear is stunned. And now we're stunned. We'll use rapid fire here to get a little bit of a DPS boost since our bear is pretty low on health. And we've seemingly just stopped getting satyr horns. I feel like there's probably a guy in stealth around here somewhere, isn't there? There he is. This way we have a clear exit in case anything goes haywire and we need to get out of here quickly. Not that anything else could possibly go wrong, but... So crystal back here, there's probably pretty good odds we will need that at some point. Let's try to remember where it's at. We just don't do enough damage in melee for me to really want to stay in melee. That will probably change if we can get some good one-handers and dual wield some decent melee weapons, but right now that's just not where we're at. You really kind of have to move slowly through here and give yourself a chance to look around and to uncover people in stealth, because these guys love to stealth. We'll get some mana back. I'm kind of worried that there's like another guy hanging out here that we're going to find out as soon as we send our Barrens, so hence the ice trap. Yeah, there he is. Okay, we only need one more. Let's start working our way back out this way. Because, yeah, there are definitely some respawns over here. Oh, okay. Let's go like that. This is why we cleared that guy in stealth earlier, was for when we needed to do this. Thankfully, he has not respawned yet. The respawn rate has been kind to us today. Though I shouldn't say that. Hey, look at that. Alright. Oh. Ooh, that guy was right there the whole time. I think we could just hearth back. It's not far enough to... It's not far enough to really worry about using our hearth. Let's just go ahead and run back. Hearth. Our hearth. Alright, and we'll see what this chains into. I have a feeling it's going to have something to do with that red crystal we saw, but I could be totally wrong about that. Do need to empty out our inventory a little bit.
Thug thug. Farewell.
Greetings. Sung strength.
Yeah, so for some reason we weren't able to find any food or water back at camp. So that's fine. The water front we're fine. Food we're not doing too great on. We do have some basic bandages we could use to restore our own health. Not by very much. But we have nothing to feed our pet at the moment, which is the more troubling part. Let's clear our bars off a little bit here. So here is the lake we are looking for, befouled water elementals. Let's see if we can track this. Scout the gazebo, so we have to also make our way out to the gazebo. And of course these guys are all going to be underwater. which, as you guys probably know, is my least favorite thing to do in the game. Just to fight enemies that are underwater. So we're going to stay up here, and we're just going to ignore the fact that our arrows miraculously curve straight downward. So they are immune to our serpent sting. We can stop wasting mana on that. Didn't really want two of these guys. Let's use our rapid fire. See if that helps us out of this. We'll have to pay close attention to our breath gauge to make sure we don't drown down here. Okay, that did seem to help us quite a bit. Let's go up for air before we go loot. Really need to stop hitting that key, but my brain is programmed to go from F1 to my 1 key, my F1 key being keybound to my mouse. I have a bunch of buttons on my mouse that I use. That's all my F keys are actually mouse keys that I hit with my thumb. It's really convenient. Feels good to press those buttons, but I do need to tell myself to stop hitting the F1 key in this case. I'm assuming that our pet does not care about breathing. That's the assumption that I'm working with, so if he just spontaneously dies, I guess that I'm wrong. They make some cool looking underwater areas, don't get me wrong. I do like finding the ruins and stuff down here, and they do a good job of that in a lot of their underwater settings that they want you to go fight in, but I've just never been a big fan of underwater combat. I remember when we had to do the zone in Cataclysm, that was like, I think it was like one of the first zones you went to, or maybe it was the first zone you went to, where it was all underwater. Yeah. Didn't really appreciate that. It was kind of like a nightmare. Though I feel like I eventually got used to it. I think they let you walk at full speed on the bottom of the area, so you could kind of like start to ignore the fact that it was water and just kind of treat it like any other area, except that you could like swim upwards. So it wasn't too bad after a while. Still not my favorite thing to do. Alright, so we scouted the gazebo. The real question is Is anything gonna happen here? Do we have to... Doesn't seem like we really have to activate anything. Yeah, I guess we're just... literally just scouting. I kind of expected like a big water elemental to spawn. That did not happen. Oh, he froze our bear. Oh, look at this. Speaking of a big water elemental. Speaking of a big water, a Tidris. Okay. Unfortunately, Rapid Strikes is still on cooldown, but I think we got it. It's close for barely, but got him. He didn't drop anything. It was kind of like a slap in the face. Oh, and we're 12 out of 12, so we are done with that. We've scouted the gazebo. We have slain the water elemental. I guess we're hearthing back. Still really hard to believe that we couldn't find anybody here that sells food and water. If you guys know where that vendor is hiding here, I'd love to know. Yeah, I heard that someone tore up the lake out there like a dust devil through the Barrens. From the sound of it too, we might be able to set up a possible observation area out there to keep an eye on our Alliance friends. Well, that is if we can keep it on the down low. Looks like you ended up being quite useful after all. The transports between here and Stone Talon should have an easier time of it. Take this, you've earned it. Man, some quests are written really well, and then other quests, you just kind of feel like a high schooler maybe wrote them. No offense to any high schoolers out there. I wrote all through high school, but I wasn't submitting quests to a AAA MMORPG, having them published. You just kind of feel like there's like a lack of effort sometimes to actually capture the world, or the character, or really anything. It's unfortunate when you come across those. It's kind of like they knew that people weren't going to read every single quest anyway, and so the priority level of making them really good, that initiative just didn't seem to be there at all. Same is true in retail today, I feel like. Okay, wow, what are we doing now? We got the Ashenvale supplies, which are going to be all over the place, probably not the easiest things to track down. Other than that, we don't have anything left here. Which is starting to make me think maybe we head into Silverpine, maybe we head back into Stone Talon. We have an elite quest, we have to get Gorenzo. I think I want to wrap up in Stone Talon and then at least hit level 27. Once we hit level 27, then we're going to go over to the Hillsbrad Foothills. I think that would be a good level to start leveling there. I think we'd be a little bit ahead of the intro quest, but I don't think anything should be gray. Let me know what you guys think of that plan, Stone Talon and then Hillsbrad. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, thank you for being here today. I appreciate all the continued support you guys are giving to the series and to the channel. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other, and we will see you back in Stone Talon or Hillsbrad really soon. Bye now.